Good evening, YouTube. It is 9 p.m. in the great state of Texas, and we only have two bowl blanks left to kind of work with, and they're both Purple Heart. So obviously, we're doing Purple Heart today. And I know I haven't put out a video in a little bit. Just been busy with work and life and being an adult and everything that's going on in the world. Just, sometimes you just don't get time to do the hobbies that you love. And I love woodworking, but man, in the summertime, between cutting the grass and maintaining the house, working and everything else going on, I just didn't have time to make a video. But fortunately, with the 4-day weekend, I did have a little bit of time to get into the garage and actually make something kind of cool. I mean, kind of cool in the sense that I haven't made anything in a while, so to me, it's kind of cool. But if you guys have seen me do any bowl videos, you guys have pretty much seen me do them all. So I can't say that this is the coolest bowl ever. However, Purple Heart is one of my favorite woods to work with. I do a lot of working with walnut, and I do those grab bags where I just kind of have like random wood blanks available to work with. And for some reason, it just came down to having two Purple Hearts left to work with. So probably next video will probably be Purple Heart as well. And I'm just going to make a simple bowl. We're not even going to do a lid. And I remember the first time I worked with Purple Heart, it was kind of difficult because I didn't know that you had to really get the RPMs up on the lathe because you get a lot of feedback on the chisels. But knowing what I know now, doing woodworking for about 7 years, I know better than to have low RPMs when you're trying to turn Purple Heart, because it is a very hard wood to work with, and you definitely feel that on the chisels. But this project went really well. No issues whatsoever. I can't think of anything that happened during the video where I'm like, you know what, that kind of sucked. And we're not doing a lid, so we don't even have to worry about that. Obviously, we got that square into a nice cylindrical shape. Now we're just, rounding everything out. We're going to get this piece of pine, off of the actual main portion of the bowl itself, and then just gouge it out. And we're just going to have like a cool Purple Heart kind of bowl to work with here. So, I know it's June. We're about early part of July right now. So I have not made one single epoxy video, which, even to me is kind of not so much concerning. I've just been so busy with everything. It's just part of just being an adult. You just don't get the opportunity to do your hobbies as much as you want to because you have other obligations going on. And, everything going on right now with me is pretty much the same. It's just, getting time to get into the garage or into the workshop and make something. Plus, with the weather being as crazy as it has been, the heat definitely has a factor into it. I just got done with 4 hours of yard work right now, so I kind of don't want to do anything. And doing this commentary is pretty much the last, it's not a chore, but it's the last thing kind of on my list of things to do, so I can go inside and enjoy some air conditioning for a little bit. But the bowl went really well. If you guys are curious, this took me from start to finish once I actually got onto the lathe less than an hour. So that's the great thing about not doing really complicated projects. It's just they're quick, they're fast, they're easy, and as little time as that I have available to myself to do the things that I like, just trying to get really quick projects done has kind of been the priority. And it'll probably be the priority for probably the rest of the year, realistically. With everything that I got going on. But the bowl came together really nice, going from 80 grit to 120 to 180, really just, sanding everything down. And as you guys know, I love sanding. It's my favorite part. Actually, it's really not my favorite part, but this part went relatively smooth. Did a lot of the work with the 80 grit, not having a lot of issues. And then there's, the mess here just a little bit, just all over the place. And if I had somebody to clean up after me, I probably would get a lot more projects done. It's just, hey, it's just me, and I'm a one-man operation kind of thing. But doing our Yorkshire grit here really just makes that wood pop. Purple Heart, one of the most beautiful woods to work with. I got a slab of Purple Heart right now drying out in my garage, and hopefully sooner rather than later, I'll get to actually make a cool table out of it. And then we're just going to hit it with that wood wax, and then we'll be completely done. But bowl came together really nicely. Obviously, not a long video, just a small, simple little Purple Heart bowl. Next week, we will probably do the same thing. Don't know if I have to leave West Texas for work in the next 24 hours. Things are just kind of all over the place. But here's the bowl. So I hope you guys liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to be making videos as much as I can. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.